Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in the USL Championship. It's going to be a walk back before we go forward and let you in on the standings and everything that's going on in USL Championship. So before we get you into the midweek and the weekend, we'll get you into the results of the last 7 days, going all the way back to the 10th, where it was matchups on the 10th, matchups on the 12th before you got into the big weekend stuff. So you had matchups last Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern. FC Tulsa goes to Ricardo Silva Stadium in Boca Raton, knocks off the Miami FC by the score of 2-1. Same score, San Antonio is a -500, beating Loudoun United. San Diego Loyal beats Monterey Bay in the USL Championship After Dark 1-0 as a -256. Friday Night Football, 3 games. Charleston Battery put 3 on Red Bulls 2 as a road favorite at +133 at Montclair. One of your matches of the week comes from the West, Colorado Springs and El Paso Locomotive. This one was an 8-goal thriller. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
It's a comfortable night. Glad you can be here with us. Brandon Stevis, as you see him right there, is the lead official tonight. This match is officially underway. Glad you can be with us.
The reason why Colorado Springs just went out and got him in this offseason has been such a big part. Obviously, so well respected in this USL Championship.
Early takeaway, bad one at that on the counter. A wide open net, and it's 1-0 Colorado Springs. A breakdown, a miss hit, and Haji Berry setting things up, but all of a sudden, it's 1-0 for the home team.
Just a bit too passive, lackadaisical here from you, but just waiting for the ball. Against the switchback team, you cannot do that. They're too fast, too aggressive.
With his goal, team leading now, 14th of the season on another run. Berry again, lobs this one in, and there's 2. It's 2-0 Colorado Springs. The hometown faithful getting the salute there. And if you're El Paso, you've been hit with a hammer early on.
Plays to the detriment. He's put it over. Newman comes off his line, is not really sure.
I want to know exactly what's going on with El Paso's back line. It's almost like Colorado Springs heard about what was going on. Opportunity the opposite way, and it's 3-0. Flag was not up. Amo making it 3-0, 9 minutes in. It looked like one guy was way offside. That's not the case, though.
And we're talking about El Paso.
Playing to the angles is El Paso. Won't mean anything. Ramirez, left foot, pulls the trigger, and he finds the back of the net. Nothing but twine. It's 3-1. Well, that was a bullet top shelf, and El Paso has some life.
Like coming out of halftime, when you're a substitute, you give something that was missing from this game, and Maris gives you that. Just the ability to pick out this far corner with his left foot. How cleanly he strikes this. There's nothing Colo can do. As a substitute, just giving your side a bit of quality that was lacking in that first half.
Calvillo back into the box. That left foot redirected in, and we have a 1-goal game. El Paso's not going away quietly.
Just lack of urgency throughout the switchback's offensive unit. You can just see far too easy, and then too many players just standing around. Specifically for John Hutchinson, it's going to be extremely important.
Here they go. Zacharias with a move. Zacharias into the box. We're all level at 3. Zacharias setting things up, and we have a brand new affair. And it's exactly what John Hutchinson mentioned to us earlier in the week.
But it's that second pass right there that throws off and catches Jeff Caldwell wrong-footed. He brings across Halsey, the ability to cut in on you, and then the rest is history. The vision, the movement from Mayers. causing all sorts of problems in the second half.
Playing long again. Zacharias, it's 4-3. Zacharias could do no wrong, and Soniak gives them a 1-goal lead. Wow.
This is from Colorado Springs, but give credit to, once again, Zacharias to hit this first time. If he takes a second touch and closes down the angle.
Brendan Berg will have to watch this thing from inside the aisle as he was ejected. Just got word on that. Wheeler, the header! He ties this thing up, and we're all level at 4. And how did it all unfold, Ricky?
And it's just a sign of life.
Baji did it against Orange County just a few days ago. And now Wheeler tonight, all that is needed, and that, as they would say, is that.
And must follow, by the way, is Duke Keith, the play-by-play voice for El Paso Locomotive, and he kind of described the ending and how crazy it was. So go back into Duke Keith's timeline, and he'll let you see how crazy the match was in downtown Colorado Springs. 4-4 shared result, point for each at a plus 287. Last game on Friday Night Football was at Championship Stadium in Irvine, California. Orange County, a 2-1 winner over Phoenix Rising as a home dog at a plus 170. Also on the board on your Saturday, a lot of action. Memphis 901 goes to Pittsburgh, beats the Riverhounds by the score of 2-0 as a plus 244. Hartford beats Indy 11 by the score of 2-1 at home. Then your other matchup of the week from the East, Lou City, Tampa Bay, 1-2 at Lynn Family. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
Over its last 8, and a Tampa Bay Rowdies crew that has won 7 in a row. Natalie Simon is our official, and here we go between the top 2 teams in the East.
Between everybody else and San Antonio, you were looking at 8 points at one point in time for the number 1 seed, has now shortened to 4 between 4 different teams.
Serrano, wide left, and nearly an instant impact.
Within the run here for Ray Serrano, it's why he's trying to cut this thing back across his body. Notice how he has to drift out on the back end of this thing. If this is Brian Ownby and Wilson Harris is in the center spot, he's going to hit Brian Ownby directly on the diagonal in the run. Instead, Serrano, because of that possession base that I talk about,
He's going to stay out there for the time being, and he's going to get the ball as well. Now Ownby thinking, Ownby chipping, and it's just over the top of the bar.
everyone in the stadium and on the Rowdies back line expects him to play this ball back across to the right. Even CJ Cochran, he does not expect the left foot and the chip to the...
Corbin Bone back with it. Now Gonzalez. Jorge Gonzalez! Boy, he nearly found the upper 90.
But instead, he sees the ball into the corner, grabs a chilling run to the back post. How does Serrano not get a touch? And instead, Gonzalez...
They just announced the official attendance tonight. It is 14,673. And there's a goal! Right on cue! Wilson Harris sends his place into a frenzy. Lou City leads 1-0.
Where are you throwing this ball? And more importantly, what are you thinking, Connor Antley? You hate to call a spade a spade. You put him in a bad spot. It's an even worse decision.
Ownby nearly picked out the low.
Deep breaths, Jake LaCava. It's sickening just to have to challenge him in a one-on-one situation in general, yet alone where this ends up.
Well, some space opens up. LaCava gets the first shot blocked. Second attempt wide. Beauty. And there's your full-time whistle. In front of nearly 15,000 fans. 7-game Tampa Bay winning streak.
One goal's all you need. Lou City is a plus 108, got the Duke, and keeps distance between themselves and the Tampa Bay Rowdies for the 1-0 win. Oakland Roots and Detroit City at Keyworth was a 1-1 draw at a plus 227. The Miami FC, goals by Mark Segbers and Florian Velo. Knock off Atlanta United 2 by the score of 2-0. Birmingham beats San Diego Loyal 1-0 at Protective as a plus 106. San Antonio, big favorite, shuts out Las Vegas Lights 2-0 as a minus 357. Monterey Bay at Cardinal beats Sacramento Republic by the score of 1-0 as a plus 198. And your one match on Sunday, Los Dos and New Mexico United, was a 2-2 draw. That one lined up as a plus 284. So let's take a look at the news and notes in USL Championship before we get you into the schedule and the standings. Power rankings are out. Championship Goal of the Week nomination is out. You've got everything that has been going on in great news out of Rhode Island. So let's get you into the news and notes that have gone on over the last 7 days. Power rankings are out for Week 23. Monterey Bay making a bit of a move in the power rankings. Lou City up to number 1. San Antonio up 3-2. Memphis 901 up 3-3. Birmingham Legion up 3-4. Tampa Bay with the loss is now at number 5 in the power rankings. San Diego Loyal drops 3-6. Pittsburgh with their loss drops 3-7. Monterey Bay at 9-12-2, up 1-8 in the power rankings at USLChampionship.com. Detroit City at 9-5-9, up 2-9. The Sacramento Republic with their loss drops to 10. FC Tulsa up 7-11. Also in the East, the Miami FC down 2-12. You have Loud United down 1-18. You have Charleston Battery with their 4th win of the year up to 22 from 23. Hartford Athletic up 2-24. Red Bulls up 2-25. Indy 11 down 1-26. And Atlanta United 2 down 3-27. Also on the board, you have the stuff that you can vote for. Go to USLChampionship.com, and you can have all the votes that you're looking at for Fans' Choice Goal of the Week, Save of the Week, all those kinds of things. So Fans' Choice Goal of the Week for Week 23 is up. You can vote until Thursday at noon Eastern. Your choices: Nicky Hernandez for San Antonio against Vegas Lights. Aaron Malloy, Memphis 901 against Pittsburgh. Milan Olaski, the Golden Boot leader, with his goal against Phoenix Rising. Dylan Maras for El Paso against Colorado Springs. And Aaron Wheeler for Colorado Springs against El Paso. So it's Hernandez, Malloy, Olaski, Maras, and Wheeler as your choices for Goal of the Week for Week 23. Go to USLChampionship.com. Voting is until Thursday at noon. Save of the Week will be up, and you get to vote on that one Tuesday through Friday. So you have, when the nominations come up for that on your Tuesday, until Friday the 19th at noon to determine who was your Save of the Week in USL Championship. Championship Team of the Week for Week 22. Rodrigo Lopez took Player of the Week after a goal and 2 assists, brought to us by our friends at Konami Football. And your rest of your roster: Coque Vegas from San Diego Loyal is in net. Your back 3, Amadou Dia from Lou City, Johnny Dean from Legion, Grant Stoneman from San Diego Loyal. Your midfield 4, Enzo Martinez, Aaron Malloy, Rodrigo Lopez, Colin Martin from San Diego. Your 3 up top: Juan Agudelo, Kyle Murphy, and Russell Cicerone. Your bench: Luis Zamudio from Loudon, along with Christian Fletcher, Sean Tosh from Lou City, Albie Skendi from Orange County, Jeremy Kelly from Memphis, Adrian Rebillar from Monterey Bay, and Prosper Kassim from Birmingham. So that's your Team of the Week and Player of the Week for Week 22 in the USL. We're waiting for the Team of the Week to pop up for Week 23, and we'll talk about that one next week. Also on board, Detroit City has brought veteran defender Richard Foster to the fore. UEFA coaching license holder is going to join the coaching staff as well. Announced Monday that they had signed the 37-year-old defender. He will be a player coach and holding that license. Contract is for the remainder of the 22 season with team and player options that could see him be a part of the Rouge and Gold through 24. Obviously, the transaction pending league and federation approval. Made more than 400 appearances in the Scottish Premiership, including Rangers. Began his career as a youth product at Aberdeen. First-team player for almost a decade ahead of the 2010-2011 season. Loaned from Aberdeen to Rangers. And subsequently spent 2 seasons at Bristol City in the Championship. appearing in over 50 matches in 2 years, 47 starts. Second stint with Rangers, Ross County, St. Johnston, and Partick Thistle before he joined Le Rouge. So a 37-year-old defender for Trevor James added by Detroit City. Stadium groundbreaking news, very, very cool out of Rhode Island. And you have a Pawtucket venue with now 16 soccer-specific stadia projects in the USL ecosystem. It was last Friday morning. It was Brett Johnson of Fortuitous Partners, along with Michael Parkhurst, Pawtucket Mayor Donald Grebian, Governor Daniel McKee, Justin Papadakis. We're all a part of Tidewater Landing Project. New housing, retail, footbridge, stadium is going to be flanking the Seekonk River in Pawtucket. So Tidewater Landing, one of 5 current stadium projects under construction, including a future one in USL Championship in Des Moines. Other 11 stadium projects approved or in development, following the Switchbacks downtown, Lou City with Lynn Family, Cardinal at Monterey Bay, CHI Memorial with Red Wolves. And so you have a great groundbreaking ceremony in Rhode Island. Very, very cool moment there for Tidewater Landing and the continued growth of the game there in Rhode Island. Once again, go to uslchampionship.com for all the information that you need when it comes to everything going on in the USL Championship. So let's get you into the schedule and the standings. Standings first, starting off in the East. Lou City with the win. They've won 3 in a row, unbeaten in 5. They're at 52 points. They are 4 points ahead of Memphis 901, who is unbeaten in 4 themselves. Tampa Bay had a big win streak snapped. They're at 48 points, 14 wins, played one more match than Memphis 901. Birmingham has won 4 on the spin. They are at 44 points, a point ahead of Pittsburgh, who's at 43. The Miami FC has won 3 of 4. They're at 37. Detroit City right now is in 7th. At 36 points. They have drawn 3 of their last 4. Then you have the delineation with everyone below the playoff line. FC Tulsa, 8th in the East at 28. Indy 11 has lost 3 in a row, 4 of 5 at 22. Hartford Athletic at 20 points, snapped their 4-game winless streak with the win. They're at 20 points, hopscotching Loudoun to get to 10th. Loudoun has lost 4 in a row, or they've lost 4 of 5. They're at 18. Charleston with the win is now above Atlanta United 2 on goal difference. Same amount of wins. So Charleston's ahead on goal difference at 16 points ahead of Atlanta United 2. Red Bulls 2 have won 3 on the year. They've lost 4 of 5. They are at 12 points. Western Conference right now, San Antonio still has a 7-point lead. They've only given up 19 goals in 24 matches this year, San Antonio FC has. San Diego is at 49 points. 7 more points down to 3rd in Colorado Springs at 42. New Mexico United's 4th at 39, and they stopped their 2-game losing streak with the draw last time out. Sacramento Republic had a 4-game unbeaten string snapped with the loss last time out. There at 37. El Paso stopped their 4-game losing streak with the draw. They're at 34. Vegas Lights are at 33. That's your playoff picture, Los Dos. 25 matches played. Are at 32. They've only drawn in 2 of their last 5. Oakland Roots still in shouting distance. They've drawn their last 2. They're at 30. Monterey Bay have won 4 of 5. And they're at 29 points with 9 wins. Phoenix Rising at 29 points with 8 wins. RGV has drawn 2 in a row. They're at 26 points ahead of Orange County SC on wins 7-6. So that sets us up for the weekend and the weekend schedule. And once again, reminder, if you are in market and can catch a match, catch a match. Great competition going on in the USL Championship. If you are in market and can't, go through your local providers. If you're out of market and you still want to, go to ESPN+. All the matches of the USL Championship can be found right there. 4 matches on your Wednesday, 8 o'clock at Protective, Detroit City and Birmingham. That's going to be a big one at Protective Stadium. At the Lab at 9 o'clock, New Mexico United hosting Memphis 901. Big one there as well. 10 o'clock in Irvine at Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County is hosting Vegas Lights. 11 o'clock at Hard Health. Another big one in the playoff picture in the West is Sacramento hosts Colorado Springs. Saturday on the 20th, a lot of matches. We'll go through them real quick. 7 o'clock at Trinity Health, Hartford hosting the Miami FC. 7 o'clock at Highmark, Pittsburgh hosting Red Bulls 2. 7:30 in Hamtramck at Keyworth, Detroit City and Lou City. A big one there at Keyworth. 7:30 at Segra, Loudoun United hosting Atlanta United 2. 8:30 at 1OK, FC Tulsa hosting Indy 11, 8:30 at AutoZone. Memphis 901 hosting Birmingham, so a very busy week, having to travel to Albuquerque to take on New Mexico United at the Lab on Wednesday, turning around basically with one day's work. You're having to turn around and you're hosting Birmingham Legion, 8:30 Eastern at AutoZone. 9 o'clock in downtown Colorado Springs. This one will be a fun one. Colorado Springs Switchbacks hosting Tampa Bay. 9 o'clock at the Lab. What can New Mexico do following the midweek match? They get Monterey Bay coming to town. 9 o'clock at Toyota, RGV, and San Antonio FC in another round of Copa Tejas. 9:30 at Southwest University Park, El Paso Locomotive and San Diego Loyal. 10:30 at Dignity Health Sports Park, Los Dos hosting Charleston Battery. 10:30 at Cashman, it is Las Vegas Lights and Sacramento Republic. Told you there was a lot of matches on your Saturday. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches on your Saturday following the 8 teams that are playing in the midweek on your Wednesday. So once again, reminder, USLChampionship.com for all the information that you need when it comes to the USL Championship on a weekly basis, outside of listening to us and getting all the highlights of the matches of the week that we get to see here on a weekly basis. So for everybody here at Soccer Down Here, that's our coverage of the USL Championship. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the game.